not letting it up. Oh, that is sensational. Has he done enough, Foxes? Oh, that is a big spin. As one Kidney Jim literally spins it on the formation lap. Oh, Kidney Jim, we've got that. We've got that recorded. If someone wants to clip that and send that through to Kidney Jim. Oh, he's spun again. Oh, no. Kidney Jim. Now he's reversing. Oh, Kidney. Oh, God. Mind your tyres, Kidney.
The kicks out of the lingering racing machine. He's not looking like a machine man now. Throughout the race, but it's very much a race to be had there as disabled, question mark. I mean, it's lap 1 of 26, so it's not even been enabled by the FIA, but it's lights out and away we go here on the second race of the evening. Tempo getting a fucking monster race start. Goodness gracious me. Matt Zuber as well following suit. NPC getting a glorious run off the line, but Tempo, Jesus Christ, that car's been powered by Elon Musk's Musk. Do you know what I'm saying? Off the line, a tracer rocket into P1. He goes, as I mentioned this briefly, get off the line quickly, get up and away, and just get out of Jacob's just range of being attacked for so many laps because he's so consistent. Oh, Tempo, big start. But he's so consistent. Zubo into P3, Agent into P4.
Agent
now into
having
P3,
a knock.
never mind. Zubo and Agent again. Oh, contact mate. Oh, goodness, that could have been a disaster. That could have been extremely bad for both parties involved. The back right of Matt Zubo, the front left of Agent there almost get intertwined. And once that happens, oh, Zubo, patience, young Jedi.
Careful.
Patience into Max and Beckett's there, but that could have almost been disaster. And that is all she wrote. But that is a plethora here. From P3 to P7, all having a right chaperone down the inside. Oh, yes, no, maybe so. Can't quite make his mind up. Oh, goodness me, that's like I'm missing to work out what she wants to eat. She can't work out what she wants. Oh, send her down the inside, now I'm on the outside of Yeltsin for P5 across the start finish. Goodness gracious me, what a chops and chains up and down the field here from any party involved in the top 10. It is very much P1 to P10 here, brother. All separated by absolutely nothing. Goodness gracious.
There's nothing more. It's where do you look? Where do you look? I mean, already there's a little bit of a gap which is forming between the two front runners of Tempo and BRT Jacob. We can see here on the racetracks for Senna in that Ferrari, it's pretty even split between soft and mediums. A few drivers choosing to start on the softs, look to make some early inroads, get up the grid, and then swap onto those medium tyres and manage them towards the end. It's 26 laps for this feature race, which is not a small amount of time. It seems we've got Kidney Jim spinning in the background.
Yes,
he's moving, so we're not looking on track for a VSC or a full course safety car. Now this is a question for you, Hansen. If you're one of these drivers here in this kind of like top 5, top 6, I mean, it's going all the way down to the top 10 at the moment. Is Matt Zubo has a big send.
Matt Zubo's finding racing room. He is.
Oh my lord.
Go get it, Zubo finding all of the
Yeltsin's
spaces.
looking. Oh my god.
Goodness gracious me. Zubo there just finding a hole, pacing it and sending it. Senna finding no room, no space, no room to that in. We are very much fully booked for your Scarlet Red Ferrari. He was trying to go around the outside of one car, whilst the car in front was defending the outside line of the car going down the inside, which was Zubo. Agent now still on the back, so he's Senna. Yeltsin had a right front row seat to a grandeur. Little bit of showcase of fantastic driving. Already lap 3 of 26, and I can't express it enough.
Of cars
we
here,
are
man.
just
really good
seeing
collection.
so much reasons to why we do this, because the guys put on a show every Wednesday. Oh, the Mercedes-Benz almost down the inside of Zubo. Into sector 3, now going up to the Cops corner, settle the run through the mid-exit and on the exit. There we go. That's a great run from Agent, now tucking behind, get the toe into Mags and Becky's. But he's still got 2 cars behind him. Matt Zubo now is under the most threat from the cars behind. Jacob and Tempo at the moment having their own little 1v1. EP1 and P2. Matt Zubo having a fight for his life, because there is a handy Mercedes-Benz. Here comes Toto Wolff, and that sterling figure that he has for most of it down the inside. Zubo almost on the back as well of Agent. Senna's still looking to have a sniff, maybe in that Ferrari. No, tucking nicely and patience here.
Oh no, Senna hit.
No.
Senna hit. I think Senna had a slightly better exit, and his front wing has just ended up clipping the front. I don't know if it's done damage visually. It doesn't look like it's done anything, but it's so hard to tell.
Better contact.
That was it seemed. I think it's the speed differential between them is what has caused it. It's put him back to P10, 3.5 seconds.
Being on the steering lock mid-corner there, just the contact on the nose, just wham. God, that looked like it just ripped it out of his hand. Didn't really get a chance to like grab it back, kind of thing. Goodness me, that is.
He's oh, hang on a minute. It's Sterling.
Oh Jesus fucking Christ! Yeltsin Simpson and Matt Zubo was always having a fight for the ages there.
There's a good collection of cars here, isn't there?
No, but I don't know where to look. Jacob is still absolutely hounding Tempo. Tempo is going to finish this season having PTSD from a fucking green Aston Martin, because Jacob is just
constantly in the headlights.
There he goes around the outside of the front runner of Tempo. Agent in a world of his own.
Kidney Tim retires.
King retires.
Is that going to cause a safety car?
Retires on. I think that might be a. Was it a? I'm not going to map up fully. There we go. I'm not sure if that was an on-circuit retirement through a sector, but back to the matter at hand. Zubo and Agent having a little scrap there, jostling for position before. And the P3.
God, just imagine if Ultra was here. Rob was in this as well. Can you imagine?
My lungs are having a hard enough time here trying to keep up with how many guys on circuit right now are just neck and neck. This mid-pack is driving phenomenally between Yeltsin in P6, Simpson in P5, again showing how good he's on circuit, how consistent he is on circuit in the Aston Martin. Aidan Quinn back to the BFL a couple of weeks ago, having an unbelievable debut.
Oh no, Yeltsin!
In his second race.
I think Yeltsin's just hit the back of Simpson.
Oh, goodness gracious me. It's almost getting the cutback on Matt Zubo into the Cops corner. There's so many cars here on circuit that are within a second, within a few tenths of each other. But this mid-pack here, because Tempo and Jacob, at the moment, I would imagine, are going to be just going from P1, P2, P1, P2, exchanging blows. Whilst these guys in P6 to like P3 at the moment are just fighting. Oh, goodness.
Oh, we went for it.
He went for it.
If I was Tempo, I'd have looked to have just sat there. You're on the less, the lesser tyre, whereas actually sitting in the DRS and kind of infinitely helps your tyre wear. Just kind of like sitting there. So whether he feels like he just needs to kind of get ahead and kind of just defend a little bit, just to make sure that he's staying there. But oh no! Oh, what have we got here? Oh, Senna's in the pit lane. What's happened with Ellis?
Last corner,
final corner.
Lost the rear.
What's Senna doing
Very
here?
much.
He's
GTI.
Pit stop?
Daft Punk around the world.
He's in.
Is where he went.
Senna is in and has gone onto the hard tyres, so he will quite comfortably go all the way to the end here on these hard tyres. They should be in relatively good condition towards the end, but
he's almost pushing Super. Goodness.
This is what I'm going to be. And if I was Agents, I'd sit there. So just sit there. You're on the softer tyres. Let them drag out a little bit. Use the DRS to your advantage, the slipstream. Build up your ERS a little bit. You're going to put yourself in a much better situation.
I do. But how much of your logic wants to, and how much of the racing in
Can't
you
win it on lap 6.
Yeah, I know, but this
And this looks
logic,
like what he's
yes,
doing, but this
but
looks like what he's doing.
Like the racer in
smart.
you, and that racing fan in you, man, is so fun. Once you're like in that fight with a car on circuit, wheel to wheel, lap after lap, I do it more myself, more than anything. Whilst I was like racing, I would be so engrossed in that wheel to wheel battle that I'd forget about my type strategy and what I want to be planned for myself. Because that just wheel-to-wheel experience is so fun and so potent.
So in other words,
and
all that planning goes out the
intoxicating.
window. Hang on, what's happened here? Is that Senna? Is Senna spun? He has. Senna's had a spin.
He has.
On the hard tyres, Maggots and Beckett's. Oh, he's got wing damage as well. Oh, no, it goes from bad to worse. For Senna here in the
that
Ferrari,
man is having the look of a blind man walking through a dark alleyway at the moment in the Bflvi. The last 2 races is DSL Senna in that scarlet red Ferrari. Ooh, waiting on the back of Matsuvo. Still, goodness gracious me. Tempo and Jacob still sat P1, P2.
They'll sit there all day long. I'm not too worried about
is what
those
they
two guys
absolutely will do. But Zuva and Simpson again, just playing that patient game. You boys in front do you. I'm fast enough to be behind you. You can pull me along.
Oh, no.
Zuvo! Oh, that is going to be extreme, because now that gives Agent now just a complete impetus to, I'll now just film and just sit behind you.
That's 4
I'm
positions
chasing you
right
this
now.
entire race so far.
Oh, here comes Yeltsin.
God,
Oh,
that
hello.
could be-
Steady on, Yeltsin. Ooh la la, making some moves on
speaking of
Simpson.
Yeltsin, mate, Simpson is on the back of Yeltsin. Oh,
Yeltsin just got past him, I think. I think
Goodness gracious
Yeltsin that got past him, but I think Agent is kind of doing what I thought he would do. Like, it's it's extending the socks.
Person on the planet.
No, but this is the thing. It's just extending them, and it's almost like just keep the pressure on a little bit. Oh, he's had you got to go steady there and not like put his front wing in the back of the bloody exhaust. That will definitely help. But this is it. His Earth's conservation is high. Matsuvo's having to use his just to maintain. I mean, he's staying high up in 7th gear there. Oh, little wobble. That's not a good corner. But this is that kind of fine balance between the two, is that when you're leading, you can afford to kind of make some mistakes, especially if it's early on in the longer format race. You don't necessarily want to.
That's true.
But, I mean, that Matsuvo's car is looking a little bit, I don't know, it just looks a little bit dicey. Yeah, the rear of that car is spinning out of it. It's a really interesting line that Agent takes through the Maggots, Beckett's, the kind of final corner. He actually hits that chicane quite a lot.
That overspeed is absolutely outrageous.
God, well, it's two in one corner.
Combo, Mambo Wombo combo.
Oh, no, oi.
Oliver wheel back inside, put the front left tyre from Yeltsin and Matsuvo. Yeltsin wanted to get that move made. Being stuck behind these two guys for far too long, but Simpson, oh goodness.
That's a lot of curb. That's a lot of curb.
Williams almost took off. Fucking hell, like an F-16 fucking fighter jet.
Goodness
Jesus
me!
Christ,
It just needed Katy Perry, and that thing was going off into orbit.
Sure.
Goodness gracious me!
How much that got off the ground?
It's the Williams. Funny enough, it is the Williams. Don't worry, it's not a brand new Blue Origin F1 car.
Jesus
Good Lord!
Got from most of the corner unscathed, but just the back right tyre just nibbled it, and goodness me!
Oh, helicopter cam!
So
I love
heavily.
it. Oh, I love this. This is where the fight is on at the moment. This is, I mean, we're going to have a little look, a little back on the grid. AJ at the moment, P7, does have time penalties. You've got Sterling here in the McLaren, 2.9 seconds behind him. He's going to want to make sure that he stays within that gap to get a few more points on the board.
Purple J, send it down the inside of Kingy. Oh, no, he's not.
Kingy goes wide.
Was it, a little bit contact made. Jay wanted to go down the inside there. Nothing malicious, but just as he's going down the inside, the front right of Jay's car has nibbled the rear left of the Red Bull of Kingy and just made Jay have a little bit of a snap through the braking zone around the outside from Kingy, but nothing bad. That is what that was. A little bit of hard racing and
Just a
little
little
bit of contact.
incident. Ooh, cool,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
another
Nothing more, nothing less.
We're going to stay here. We're going to stay on Purple J because he's reeling in Kingy in P10 at the moment on the medium tyres, getting in a bit of slipstream. Not sure he's going to get the opportunity done here on the straight. He doesn't. Oh, that Alpine does sound good. But he's going to be lining up for an overtake at some point in the next few corners. Does look good, that Alpine. Is he taking the inside? Oh! Big snap, as Hunter would like to say. He was looking to get on the inside. Car just got far too loose on him. He's still in a good position. Well,
after having to catch that.
He's still in a good position.
Jonathan was. If he's racing on the wheel and pedals, that will hurt your wrist. In the morning is what that will do. Goodness gracious me.
At what point
Jacob and
is
Tempo
going to pull the trigger here?
Oh God, Jousting is sniffing Lance Stroll's caviar fucking lunch through Magus and Beckett's. Goodness gracious me.
Matazuvo smelt it and ate it.
Jesus Christ, he's absolutely smelt it and ate it. There he goes on that
Agent in.
Pins, but there he goes pitting on that side of the tyre. I think that is a good.
That's a great time.
Get out
great
of
time.
Get out of it. Get out of that scrap, man. Yeah, just get in, get the tyres off, get back into some clean air. Let these guys maybe extend a few laps on, take some more tyre life out of yourself, back yourself on your out lap to make up a nice little bit of deficit on the guys in front. That is a great call there from Adrian in that Mercedes-Benz.
It's about right, isn't it? Where he's utilised those soft, like I say, you just sit behind. He's probably got a little bit more out of those soft tyres than he might normally. But now onto the mediums. He can push as freely as he likes on these medium tyres with, 15, 16 laps to go. They're going to last. Mm-hmm. They are absolutely going to last. And he's able to kind of put the foot down. He's come out in P9. Obviously, everyone ahead needs to pit. So, not so much pressure. But he'll have a rocket up his backside because he wants to make sure that these next kind of couple, like certainly this out lap and then probably on lap 13, he's maximising the fresh tyres, and he can develop a little bit of an undercut on some of the drivers ahead of him. It now starts to get interesting. I think Jacob and Tempo swap again. Tempo comes in. Yeah, okay.
I was just about to say, at what point does Tempo start thinking strategy and not thinking ego? Because I think if we're talking the guy that we know, Tempo's fighting Jacob there until the sun sets. But at some point that he's got to go, okay, we're doing this, I need to pull that trigger and get in. And then we'll meet at some point again on circuit in the late stages of the race. So that is a wise thing there from Tempo, a mature head on his shoulders, if you will, to get out of that battle. Just there's no point in exchanging blows on, more so with Jacob. That is, I mentioned earlier, I would bet my diamond last dollar a lot better on his tyres than what Tempo is. Tempo's rapid, but with his pace comes, as we've seen, it's more a bit of a driving style that looks rampant and ragged.
So this is where things get interesting. Like to compare Jacob and Tempo, right, from just seeing a bit of racing with them and things like that. You're absolutely right. Tempo's driving style, I think, takes more out of the tyre. But he's got an element of tyre whisperer about him, that he seems to be able to push the limit of the tyres so much more and seems to be able to handle some of the issues that incredibly worn tyres would give. You know what I mean? Like those moments where it does get a bit snappy, a bit oversteery. He seems to manage that quite well. Whereas actually Jacob, I just think through his own technique, own style, it naturally preserves the tyres a little bit more. And more often than not, he's happy to sit in P2 to keep the tyre wear down a little bit because he knows he's got the speed there, and almost just let the strategies play out. So we hit the halfway point of this feature race. So
it's very much well said. I think one driver holds the risk of having to make a choice at some point, whilst the other driver has the liberty of being able to make that choice of his own will, given his driving style, how much more smoother he is on his tyres. Where if Jacob's locked in and driving well, that entire strategy is dictated by just when he wants to. Whilst I would imagine Tempo maybe gets forced into a tyre change a little bit sooner, just given all that different of driving styles on circuit.
And it all adds up. And this is the fun part of Kingy. Oh no, with 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. This is the fun element when we're hosting these longer format races. We're obviously going to be having Yahtzee
getting up the back of Simpson. Simpson got a little bit out on these. I think Simpson there got on the second the last exit curb of Beckett's. The guy got a little bit out of shape. Yeltsin got a phenomenal run through Mikey's and Beckett's. Got on Aston Martin as he was recovering the car. If anything, he's done well there just to give Simpson a little bit of just a on the Aston Martin's ass rather than just plowing to him there. No, they're both absolutely fine. Just one guy got on the curb there and he just got unsettled. We are very much 13 laps into that second medium stint for our Simpson, who at this point apparently has made one mistake and wants to get his shift on, because he was up the back of Matt Zubo for 2 and 3 and 4. He was very much pushing that Visa Cash app. We will put on every sponsor we can imagine on a racing fucking Formula 1 car on the grid. Oh, cut it back. Oh, not quite yet the grid there. You're noticing it's falling away a little bit. Just those moves earlier in the race that you saw made, that kind of wider line through the slower corners to cut back and get the better drive mid-corner on the exit. You're not quite seeing that as much here. So I'm curious now to whether, to where Simpson, Zuvo and Yeltsin box here. Because Zuvo holds a penalty, so to me, Zuvo is the one that needs to be boxing sooner.
Yeah,
Get in now.
Yes, agreed.
Just get on a fresh set of tyres and then try and make up that dent. Say on that three. I'll box now, but it's down to you to not make a mistake, have a great outlap, and then gain that deficit.
Jacob's in now with till status, so he's going to have 10 laps on the soft tyre. Obviously, he's done that during the sprint, so I think he's going to be happy and confident that he can go the remaining distance on this set of softs. So
AJ in as well on after a 13 lap stint on that soft tyre. That is a fair stint on that soft tyre as well. That is.
That's done very nice.
Boxing P6.
A swap onto the medium, so he's going to end up arguably doing more laps on the softs than mediums. Have I got that right? If that's his first and only pit stop. Wow.
It is, yes, as far as I'm aware, that is an absolute sterling stint. No pun intended for the guy currently signing P9 in the McLaren.
Also
on the McLaren,
out of the pit lane as well. He's gone on to soft tyres. So, okay, let's look at the top. So now we have this collection of cars in the lead of the race. So Matt Zuvo currently in first place. You've got Simpson closely behind, Yeltsin as well. These drivers yet to pit. Let's have a little look actually when it comes to time penalties. You can see here Sterling's got a 10-seconder for speeding in the pit lane, which is that's a huge. And they're all coming in exactly the same time. Oh, okay.
And they all flipped that coin and they all got heads.
Well, Tempo's now coming around the final corner. I've never seen 3
cars just so perfectly synchronized in unison into the Silverstone pit lane. That was beautiful. that was so nice.
It did look rather good, isn't it? Poetry in motion.
It looked fantastic. That was fucking great. that was so nice on the eye. I'm so hip for that.
That's
but now very much in sync unison out of the pit lane.
But look at Tempo now. So Tempo has come. He's on the medium tyres, 2.6 second gap to BRT Jacob. So, but Jacob is on the quicker tyre. There's a back marker between them, but he'll make sure that he's firmly getting out of the way there. That's brilliantly done.
Hold on, that is
so
fantastic.
Now it is.
Well done there, Follow Red Bull.
Oh, I tell you what, Jacob is in full qualifying trim there. You can see using that kind of driving technique. It's kind of like how the old school V10 cars needed to be driven, where you approach the apex and it's very, very quickly going from sort of like 90 degrees and sort of making the corner. It seems to be the way to do it here. The gap is starting to come down already. 2.4.
I'm happy you've noticed that. That is so awesome.
Driving way.
What I've been trying to explain is just that also kind of get to the apex early, dig into the mid corner deep, get the car rotated through, and then just power out of it.
That's it. Slow in, fast
out. Fantastic to see.
Ooh, we've got a yellow here. Who's the yellow for? What's happening? Oh, a bit further back.
In the Red Bull in the P13 having a little bit of a wobble.
I think it was.
Out of the final corner.
Tyres. Okay, BRT Jacob
it was indeed, but we had Jacob now going fastest, but Sterling and AJ could have had a little bit of scrap if for P7 and P8. But our Simpson is currently going to be on the back. Let me get my gizmos up properly. There we go. One lap on a set of soft tyres, Zuva on a set of soft tyres, Yeltsin on a set of soft tyres, all now
at the same time.
Found themselves on circuit. I swear it's deja vu. I'm not going to start singing Beyonce, but you get my gist. They are very much now back on circuit with each other.
Is Agent yet to pit?
He's going on a set of 6 lap on mediums.
Six lap on mediums, okay.
Indeed.
That's right, he boxed early, didn't he?
Already.
So it's given him good track position. He's got 1.5 seconds, so it's quite a few laps, and it's not the biggest gap in the world. That's gonna. I'm not quite sure he's going to hold on to a podium spot here. Not with the 3 guys that aren't far behind, and also on brand new softs. It would be a phenomenal effort if he can do that in the Aston, but already, just whilst we've been talking about it, that gap has started coming down. Matsuvo and Co are starting to gain.
Indeed, and I'm currently watching AJ and Sterling at the moment. As much as there is penalties at play for both drivers on circuit, as we always say, there may be a penalty on board your name, but that does not take away from the... Oh, what a racing move that is from Sterling! God, get that in the fucking trailer! God, that's a great bit of driving! God, that makes me feel a certain way! God, what a bit of driving that is! Oh, that was phenomenal! Set it up lovely, got on the brakes, let off the engine, cut it back on the inside, AJ gave the racing room. Oh, what a bit of driving! Oh.
These two,
me.
They know what they're doing. They've been driving together for a good while.
Oh, Adrian! Oh, with a scrap, wheel to wheel, 1 punch, 2 punch, wheel to wheel, argy there from Zumo and Adrian. In P3 and P4, Zumo been a little bit more desperate given the track limit infringement that he's carrying on his name. Adrian will not back out of no fight, and we know that for free. He's not going to back out of nothing on circuit. That's for certain. Simpson again, mate. Sat P5. Just pace it as you want. Oh, Adrian now going around the outside.
Yeah, but the tyre difference.
The tyre difference is massive. But it's all like that. That's a great little dummy. Oh,
that's outrageous. That is outrageous.
That is fantastic.
You can't. That's not. I'm pretty sure that's not legal. That's not legal. That is not legal.
Goodness gracious me.
We're gonna get a letter from
Yeltsin Simpson now.
From some government.
From position P5 and P6. Simpson can't get him. He can't get enough.
No, he's got to make a move here. He's got to make a move.
Tonight is what
he's trying.
Oh
no, he pushes it. He pushed it, trying to get some track position. He's pushed it. a little bit too hard. This is a great fight. They're just, after all the pit stops, after all the in and the out laps and stuff like that, they're now just sort of picking up exactly where they left off. Let's have a little look a bit further up. Jacob looks like he's going to go around the outside. Oh, he thought about it, but Tempo's pushing him even wider. Okay, this is getting a little bit dicey between the two. Jacob's not giving it up here. It's wheel bang into the maximum. I think Jacob's going to get through.
Back. The
He does. He gets
shit out of you. Thank you very much. Get 360 wide through turn for the last corner. Goodness me. What a switch back that is from the Aston Martin. That soft compound tyre is working in great, but how much patience does Tempo have to not get like hot under the collar in the heat of battle? But speaking of battle, it was Tempo and Jacob. They was having the battles cap and their ding dong. Those guys down in P3, P4. Well, P4, P5, sorry. Goodness gracious. It's absolutely absurd. It's what it is. The fact that there has been such a strong showcase of driving talent. Oh, now our Simpson getting a move made on the Mercedes-Benz Ovation. Goodness gracious, there is just so much going on, so much talent being on show at the moment. Ooh,
we can have a look at Sterling on AJ
baby,
here.
do you know what that's worth?
Oh, Sterling, what a move. Oh, hey, hang on, AJ's not letting him. Oh, AJ wasn't just letting him have it. He's made him work for it. Even with the time penalties, AJ is still putting him through the ringer. So these two are going to be having some good fights here for the final few points in this sprint race.
No, he's not. Goodness gracious me, but Matsuvo Yeltsin again jostling opposition after the DRS.
Careful on the limits.
Has
a few were quite
down
wide
a
there.
bit.
There was a few going a little bit wide through Stowe. That is, yeah, it's a tricky play. Like you'll pick up points penalties pretty quickly there. I mean, you got Matsuva and Simpson already have them. Agent in the middle of the pack arguably doesn't need to do too much. If this is the way that these next 5 laps are going to go, he's gonna inherit a very, very handy P4. You know, nothing to worry about. But pretty out, I tell you what. I mean, out of these guys here, so from Yeltsin down to Fresh Agent, which car would you prefer to be in right now? Given the current circumstance, the time penalties. Oh my lord!
It's been zoom on Yeltsin getting out of that question in a second. Matt Zuber getting a little bit of a rush of blood, getting that car maybe where it doesn't need to be. More so when there's a McLaren there getting all kind of off circuit for blue flags. Fighting could they use it, but ghosting is on the moment. Down to take off to the 4-wheel off board there in the grass. But I've lost my train of thought. Did not expect to see a McLaren just Hoiking away off second. Right, goodness gracious me, but Matt Zuma getting a massive run here on the guy in front of Yauzi. But what I was trying to say was Zuma getting a little bit hot under the collar, getting down the inside, a little bit of contact made into sector 2. So Zuma really wants to just get in front here and just get up and on the way. But to answer your question, I would rather be in agency here in the Mercedes-Benz P6.
Yeah.
Knowing that the guys in front, as long as they're fighting and I've got the ability to still push if I want to, then perfect. Because at the moment there's Simpson in front, 3-second time penalty for Simpson, and then there's a 3-second time penalty for Matt Zuvo also. But AJ is good looking on the back, watching their front row ticket to these three guys still.
We say
not wanting
each
to
week,
give an absolute
inch. You know, how crucial it is to try and steer clear of getting time penalties, because the racing ends up being so close that you're going to crucify any kind of major point scoring opportunities that you might get on the back of, you're talking about what, a meter's worth of gain on track, which is just, no one wants to see it. Lap 22 of 26 at the moment. The fight at the top continues between Tempo and BRT Jacob, although that is a big mistake from Tempo as we went on board through the final corner, went hugely wide and off circuit. That is not what you want to do for the sake of your tyres. So we've got Jacob on the softs, Tempo on the mediums. Now, the sprint race that we had earlier on was very much the same scenario, with Jacob using the DRS down that main straight at the back, getting the overtake done down into the final few corners to take the win. Not sure if he is biding his time to pull off another similar move. Not sure if Fantastic won't come in.
This plethora of cars here can't quite stop. They have no idea how to. Down the inside goes Simpson.
Gives the space.
Made a small mistake through turn 1, 2 and 3. Got a little bit wishy-washy. Simpson has smelled blood like a great white shark. Into 4. Now wants to get the move made. Oh, this little bit of Margie. From the Williams and the Aston Martin. Oh, down the inside goes Johnson. Into the corner. That's brave, bold and beautiful. That's a firm handshake from me, boys. Getting 2 cars through there without.
Oh, look at Agent. Oh, Agent's starting to get the nose in now.
Agent over it. He is. I've been watching and observing these 3 cars over the last 2 corners having a right on scrapper Rooney. And they are not going to stop until this race is over. Oh, Jesus. Like, Yauchi was getting some overspeed in the back of Matt.
You've just got nowhere to use it. This is the problem. When the guys in front are overtaking this and just kind of going too there's kind of nowhere to position the car to try and get a decent move made. It seems like as we head into lap 24 then, 3 laps to go, Agent is trying to make some moves. He's going to inherit a few places on the back of the time penalties for both Matsuvo and Simpson, but it's looking like he wants to do it actually on the circuit. His goal is going to be to get ahead of Yautzin so that he can push for that P4 place. But it's 4 drivers, 4 very different teams, each of which and 3 of these drivers within this pack that we're on board with here all have their teammates fighting for the driver's title here in Bluefoxx F1 League Season 6. So doing a stellar job for the constructors as to how it's going to play out up near the top. You can see Jacob is now in the lead. So Tempo, whether he chooses to sit and wait and make a final lap move, we will wait and see. A bit further back, AJ and Sterling.
AJ, I was about to say, just a small mention here. What I'm loving here is 2 guys that have raced with each other on circuit.
You can tell they're having some fun. Oh, AJ ruins it! Oh, AJ. It's still enough. It's still okay.
Is that whilst I've been watching the guys further up the field, they've met down.
Welcome in, Scott.
2 friends on circuit having a nice little battle with each other, and this is all it's been. It's just been following in each of us toes throughout the last few laps with a little bit of DRS, bada bing, bada boom, getting the move made, but having some fun little battles throughout this session. So a firm little shout out for the last 3.5 laps there of AJ Sterling, because that's been a nice little battle that I've just nosed in on here and there. But it's nice to see the 2 drivers just exactly.
They're chopping and changing. They're enjoying. They're just enjoying their time on track. There's no other way to put it. They're just having a great old time.
1,000%.
Oh, what is going through Tempo's mind right now? He's just sitting there. He's got 80%.
Seeing Jacob.
Well, the thing is that they're both on similar amounts of errs. It's all going to come down to the exit. I think that Jacob's going to get on the final lap. If Tempo's learned anything, he is. Tempo switches off his DRS. Can you see that? He's down the straight, but he's not activating it. He is wanting to keep it there, build the battery, and wait until the final lap.
Simpson looking off Yautzin and down the inside Agent. Holy fucking shit! God, that was so close. Goodness me!
Oh, it's a sea of smoke.
Just pulled out the buggering card It's what they've done.
Final lap.
Super was that Yeltsin got mugged off by 2 cars in that DRS, but in the midst of that DRS train, he just flung that car down the inside. No contact made, but made his presence known. If you catch my drift, goodness me, there was nothing separating 4 cars
steady.
there.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. Oh, Tempo, I think, had a bit of a sniff a bit further up. We're going to go on board with Tempo here because he's the one that is challenging for the win. You can see that, that Jacob is holding back a bit here.
Yeah, this is patience. Keep being patient. Oh, easy, Tiger. Don't need to be that close, but there's so much more circuit when you get an
needs to be
overspeed,
steady.
Just keep it easy here. Get through mags and breakers. No time limit infringements. Does track limit infringements through the slippy, slidey pass.
Here we go.
Oh, big wobble there from Tempo. Caught it well through the last of his own breakers.
Oh, there it is. It's carbon copy.
There it goes. Now around the outside. This has been an absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, he's a bit wide though.
From our front runners, might give Jake a little bit of impetus, maybe.
Oh, that's just.
That wasn't.
That's a desperate. No, it's finished the way as expected. Woo! Tempo takes the win. Jacob with P2. Oh, how is this all going to come out in the wash with the time penalties? It's Agent that's going to grab a podium at the last corner. Matsumo P4, Simpson and Yeltsin take 5th and 6th. We've got Sterling and AJ that again are fighting to the line. I think with the time penalty, sadly, as much fun as they've been having.
Great little finish there to the end of the race.
Yeah. Sterling
to Jacob there, a little bit of contact made in the last few corners. Did not try to press through and get the move made in the last 2 corners due to a little bit of contact made into the chicane, Jacob. That is very much noticed, brother, and love seeing that on circuit. A little bit of circuit etiquette. I love seeing that. So fair play. What a race! What an evening!
That.
Goodness gracious me.
Okay, again, everyone breathe. Everybody just breathe and take your breath. I mean, it's arguably honours even